it do, y'all? It's your boy Drekco. Today I just really want to talk about my process with the transplant, because I know a lot of people ask, and a lot of people find it interesting what I go through. So with the transplant, okay, I had my date was scheduled for September 13th, 2019, and I had to be admitted to the hospital September 4th. And I had to do chemo for 9 days up until the day I had to do radiation, which was on the 13th. And I had my transplant also on the same day. And going through chemo, it really took a toll on me. Like, I lost a lot of my hair. Really everywhere. Like, I had no eyebrows, no chin hairs, no hair on my head, underarms, nothing. Everything just disappeared. Like, it fell all out because of the chemo. And it was really hard with that, because I've always had hair, even when I had a haircut, but it was to the point where I literally had to shave my hair bald because of how thin it is and stuff too. And with that, the experience that I had with the transplant, it was really rough, honestly, because I never just did chemo before, and it was so strong. Like I went through a lot as far as trying to use it on my own. I really wasn't mobile. My mobility skills weren't up to par. Fundamentally, I wasn't really just coordinating right, and it was just off, because I've never needed help to go to the restroom, or help to take a shower, or help to try to feed myself, and really just have a feeling on the inside where I don't want to eat no food at all. And it was kind of hard, because the only thing I could really tolerate in the hospital was ice cream, which was Ben & Jerry's, the strawberry cheesecake ice cream. That's my favorite ice cream. And I was in there for 10 weeks. I had got out after 8 weeks, I want to say, and then I had to go back, and I ended up staying for another 2 weeks, because I kind of was going a little downhill as far as after the transplant. I was getting a little sick and stuff, so they did a closer watch. They put me back on the 10th floor in Vanderbilt, and I just had to, pretty much lay it down for another 2 weeks. And honestly, I think the last 2 weeks of it was the most horrible time ever, because I was consistently back and forth, sleep, tired, hungry, can't eat, throwing up, gotta use the restroom, throwing up, gotta use the restroom, can't eat, gotta shower, gotta take pain medicine. And what was so crazy was, the day I was finna have my transplant, I had a priapism, and it was crazy, man, because they had to do an irrigation right before I had my transplant, which was so off-putting, because I'm already at my weakest. I felt horrible, man. It's a feeling that I honestly could not even explain how I feel until you actually go through it yourself. But that was one of my lowest times that I was at in life. Despite my depression and my anxiety, going through that transplant really was an eye-opener, because I see it's important to honestly take care of yourself. And even though it wasn't something that was caused by me or something that I did to, get sickle cell, it was just a genetically thing that I was born with. And honestly, it's been a long journey as far as having sickle cell. It's been a lot. And the transplant, man, that really put the icing on the cake for me. And I'm starting to bounce back now, but it's getting kind of hard sometimes, because I'm trying to adapt to learning how to just feel normal and not be so worried. But I think a lot of my worrying came from me having sickle cell and the things I endured, like on the journey of having sickle cell for 25 years. And another thing with the transplant, like, support is what really kept me going. Like, despite everything else that was going on outside of life, my support system and my support team was always there. Like, people check on me, text me, and everything. And it was really awesome because I felt like that was one of the biggest impacts that kept me alive during the process, because I was at my lowest. I honestly didn't even care to see how the transplant would have did, because I was so like broken. I was weak. I had no strength. Like, I was pretty much like assisted living type of situation. And my mom was my caregiver and my sister was my donor. And I honestly can just say, like, during the transplant, it's a really, really humbling experience. Even though I'm a humble person, like, I had to honestly adapt to being uncomfortable with how I felt and how I looked going through what I was going through. I went in 161 pounds. When I left 10 weeks later, I was 105 pounds. My clothes I always buy extra small, and I couldn't even fit my extra small pants. And it was really crazy. So when I didn't have a doctor's appointment, I would literally just sit in the bed and just sleep all day, because I had nothing else to really do, and it was nothing else I really could do, because I couldn't be active, because my body was so hurt and shut down from the chemo and the transplant, and it's trying to relearn itself and stuff. I was really unable to do the things that I once was doing, and it took a toll on me. I can say I appreciate the transplant, but sometimes I feel like I may have been better off with sickle cell. But then again, it's just all a mind thing. I haven't even made it like all the way a year yet, which I got maybe like 2 months at the most. But I feel like the risk was worth it, because the reward would be way better than the risk that I took of getting a transplant. So honestly, I just try to keep my head high. And I just pray about everything that, that worries me, burdens me, hinder me, and I just pray that, things could be better, and I can just have a different leash on life and a different outlook and stuff on things, because I'm like used to nothing but pain endurance. So it's honestly a new thing to me, because I've never just had the feeling of just being a normal person. I've always had that what if, or let me check and see if I can do this or do that, or eat this or eat that, or so it's like now it's all on me. So like I always say, as far as you can see is you if you want it. And I want like a better health situation and to live healthy. So therefore I'm doing things accordingly, trying to, work with my diet, eat right, get a few exercises and do a little yoga, and just honestly do things to take my mind off things that makes me feel like I'm drowning in sorrow. But yeah, one of the things is my hair. I always rub my head, and like my scalp like so sensitive. It's almost like when they told me I was like a newborn in a grown man body. It's almost like I got hair, but I got crater calf or whatever they call that stuff. And it's just like my head just be like mad sensitive, and like it really hurt though. And like I was always wondering, like, did other people go through that, like when they had a transplant and stuff? But I never really just conversed with anyone who actually had it. I still keep in touch with my friends who got sickle cell and stuff. And a few more things is like the coloring of like my lips, even though it'll eventually bounce back, like they lighter than usual. my fingernails, like when I got my fingernails, like when I was going through chemo and stuff, and even after that, like probably I'll say up until about 6 or 7 months in of having a transplant, like I could like grab my keys and my fingernail hit one of the keys, it's gonna automatically break because it makes your fingernails so brittle. And on the fingernails and stuff, like you actually see your fingernails like be like a dark color. It almost look like it's dirt embedded under your nails, but it's the chemo, and then over time it'll work up. So now my fingernails back clear, and my skin, like you'll have like a lot of like different spots that just pop up with like little small bumps and stuff like that, which come, you know, a lot with the skin irritation and stuff from the medicines. And my face, it always have little spots on it now where I always, develop like an acne in like certain spots, like my back and on my stomach. It's like a few like small little bumps. I don't know where they come from, but yeah, other than that though, everything was pretty cool with the transplant, but it was really hard going through it and actually getting through it, because it wasn't like no walk in the park. Like, it really took a lot of support to get to the point where I felt like I was stable enough and able enough to, try to do things on my own and get back normal. And a lot of the time I just sit and think, like, how do it feel adjusting to be normal? I ain't never been like normal. I always had sickle cell, and I always predicted or like got a perception on if I did certain things, I wouldn't probably enjoy it, because I know, when my sickle cell kick in, it can kick in no matter where I'm at, when I'm there, how I'm there. It don't matter. It's gonna come. And it was just like, now I don't have to worry about that. So it's just like, really, I can live life with no hindrance. Now I just gotta really just buckle down and just keep staying focused on my my eating pattern and stuff, which is maintaining like eating fruits and vegetables and stuff like that. And I'll get in touch with y'all on a little bit about what I eat and where I eat and stuff like that. And we'll just go deeper. Another thing I noticed is teeth sensitivity. Like, my teeth is so sensitive. Like, no matter if it's hot or if it's cold, like my teeth literally like ache right then and there. Which I'm gonna go, get dental work and stuff like that done and stuff if needed. But yeah, with that, with the transplant, a lot of that, like dentist appointments and massages and all that, I think for a while they told me I couldn't go to a dentist. That was for sure. But I don't really know about the massaging and stuff. I just knew I couldn't go around people. And when my body used to hurt, it was just like I'd get rubbed by one of my relatives or my siblings, because my auntie and them used to rub me. And shit, if I need, my big brother and my sister and them, they ride or die, they heal, they'll rub me. Even now, they'll still rub me, my sister rub me. Even though she'll give me a hard time in the midst of her getting prepared to rub me, she'll still do it though. That's why I love her. But yeah, I just had to throw that in there because I forgot about that stuff. And it really, like, yo, man, if you're looking forward to doing it, break our rules and follow your heart. But I'm really gonna tell you about a lot of things that you might not hear or might be mentioned. Stay with y'all later with a few more videos and stuff. And if you got any questions, just tap in, let me know in the comments below, and we can just run it from there. And whatever questions anyone asks me, I can do a video on. And I'm open and I'm willing to always be there for the support or any questions that someone may need that they can't find an answer to. If I could help, I'm here. So just tap below, subscribe, like, comment, and we're gonna rock it out from here. It's your boy Drekco.